Well, TCGPlayer has done it again. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So you love story time with dear old MCole40, right? About being a business seller on the internet, talking about the crazy things out here that happen with this. What you're going to see over here that you can read for yourself is I'm going to go through these points. I'm going to talk about these. These are some of the greatest things that I have ever seen in my life in terms of changes to the world of TCGPlayer. So dear sellers, starting today, 9/23/24, so yes, I understand that this was a day ago. I've given time for this. We're making updates to our refund and return policy. After listening to your feedback, we made changes that we believe will improve the overall marketplace experience, and here's a quick overview of these changes. So, we're going to start off with the buyer's remorse. Returns for buyer's remorse are not accepted. Packages marked as returned to sender without contacting the seller first will not be refunded. Yes! Yes! I am so sick and tired of people buying cards from me and then lying to me about the condition of the card. Well, actually, so the card gets banned, all right? And then the next day, they're like, oh, I got the card in, and it's not near mint, or, in my case, I list everything as light play to avoid the near mint people. They're like, so they lie about the condition, all right? And then they send you back the card in the mail to get the refund because now the card has gone down in price because of a ban list. It is the most toxic shit in the world. All right. The problem has always been, you want, buyers and you want sellers to, stand up to these things. If a seller happens to oversell something, you drag them through them. I've seen so many crap posts from people on the internet going, don't buy from this person, they canceled my order. They might have oversold on Crystal Commerce or something out here. But if a buyer cancels their order by lying about it out here, they are not held to the same standard as a seller is for this because they bought a card that just now got banned. It is the most double-edged cry fest in the world. And this is one of the greatest changes out here. Also, the fact that they are addressing I can just mark the card as return to sender out here, Yeah, if you mark the card to return to sender without contacting them first, saying that you're returning it, you're not getting a refund. That's great. All right. Now, problem is I still don't understand how this doesn't stop people from, opening a chargeback on TCGs players and dealing with that whole BS, but this is a W in my opinion. Buyer's remorse has been one of the greatest issues that we have faced on the platform out here because they're just like, oh, well, I've also got stories out here from people being like, oh, well, I bought the card and I no longer want it. What do you mean you no longer want the card? Yeah, I bought it. I played it in an event. It wasn't, it was great. So it's like you just bought the car, you drove it around for a week and you're like, I'd like to return the car. Like that's not how that works. All right. That is so crazy to me out here that people have this crazy idea that, I can buy the card, I can go play it at my regional and I can return it. Like, these are crazy thoughts that we have to deal with in this space that people think that they can get away with. It's a rental car or card service now. I can the frustration out here. So, if you're buying a card, buckle up. It's yours. All right. I'm just throwing that out there. But we'll still have to deal with people lying about it, being like, well, it wasn't in the stated condition. It was in just to get it returned. Anyway, it's crazy. So this next one, wrong address. Buyers are responsible for entering the correct address at checkout. Refunds won't be issued for orders that don't arrive to the correct or to the incorrect address. You can check out the Seller's Guide to Refunds and Returns for more guidelines on how to handle addresses and swapped packages. Now, does this mean, oops, I quickly screwed up, on checkout, I sent this to the wrong address? You still technically have a 12-hour window, technically, to reach out to the person. So if you truly made an error, all right, and you're like, hey, I messed this up on checkout, if you message me within, the short amount of time of you buying that package and the item hasn't been marked as shipped yet, you're typically going to be fine. All right. Unless you're dealing with an absolutely terrible seller out here, or, maybe they genuinely missed it. All right. You should be, it is still your purchase. You need to be checking your money and how you're spending it and making sure that the stuff's going to the right place anyway. Like that's you must not have cared enough to enter it correctly in the first place, which is like the biggest thing that really gets me here with this. But I have had so many huge issues out here with people being like, oh, can you, I've had people wait 2 weeks to tell me, hey, I haven't received the package. I think it went to the wrong address. I'm like, what do you mean it went to the wrong address? What do you mean you didn't give me the right address on checkout? This is no longer our problem, and I'm sick of being held responsible for your mistakes. All right, this is another great change here. All right, let's call it what it is. You are spending your money. You are responsible for what you are doing with your money. If you spend your money and you enter an incorrect address, that is on you. All right. I will do everything in my power with people that buy from me that mess up their address, as long as you contact me, one, in a timely manner, and two, it's within my power to make the change. If you are contacting me 2 weeks after I've sent the package, going, I think it went to the wrong place, can you do something about it? No, I can't do anything about it. You want me to drive halfway across the U.S. to go knock on this person's door? Hey, I think you got somebody else's mail out here. No, that's not how that works. All right? It's crazy to me, the demands out here for people. Now, this next one is interesting. Bulk lots and listings with photos. To better manage buyer expectations, our policy states that products sold under bulk lots or listings with photos are sold as is. Additionally, we've updated our guidelines to include more guidance on seller requirements related to bulk lots and listings with photos. Now, if you are buying a listing with a picture and you see a bend on that card and it is listed as damaged, and you get in something that is damaged, why are you upset? This has been an issue that I've kind of started to notice coming up out here with listings with pictures and things like that. You see what is in front of you. If it's listed in the condition that it's listed in, that's wild. If you're buying bulk lots on TCGPlayer, you're buying bulk. Did I miss a time out here where people, if you're buying a listing of cards in bulk and you get a lot of repeat commons, you still bought the bulk. You still engaged in buying bulk. You understood what bulk is, hopefully. Bulk is the literal garbage bin of the unplayable cards that people have sifted through and started to get rid of. That's what bulk is. Why is this an issue? Why? I understand soccer moms and things like that. People out here from other communities might be buying this thinking that this is a great opportunity for their kids, and they get a stack of cards in for $12 and it's all just maybe 4 different cards. I understand that can be a little bit frustrating, but you still bought bulk. All right, just don't buy from that person again. Welcome to the world of bulk. These changes are great. As a seller on TCGPlayer, they're fantastic. You as a buyer, stop buying impulsively. Stop, entering the incorrect address. Stop buying bulk. These are all very, very, very simple changes that are amazing. And if you buy and you send to the wrong address, and well, what can you do? So are you happy with these changes? Probably not. I'm going to at least read 4 people going, these are some of the worst changes in the world. Wild. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.